I'm wondering if the representatives of the people of South Dakota would be willing to fill out a checklist with what they support and what they don't support. And one of the things on the list, will you support tort reform? Will you support transnational insurance? Will you support an amendment to not finance abortion with tax money? And will you submit a bill without the public option? Will you support less government in our lives?
Okay, thank you for the question. Your 30 seconds is up, and it's a great question and it has some substance. I'm going to ask you, Megan, if you'll answer that question first.
Thank you for your questions. In regards to tort reform, Senator Johnson believes this is something that needs to be addressed. Currently in the Senate, it's been decided by the committees of jurisdiction that the Judiciary Committee has jurisdiction over tort reform, and so that currently it's not going to be addressed in the Senate effort. But that does not mean that it won't be added as an amendment. And so at that time, your input on what you'd like to see in tort reform would be greatly appreciated. Onto the transnational insurance, I can only imagine you're probably referring to portability of insurance across state lines and some of those issues. And I think that the portability of insurance is an important issue to address with this effort, that from job to job, as your family experiences ups and downs, you need to have something steady and secure to rely on. And you need to have coverage that's meaningful, affordable, and when you get really sick, it's insurance. Ensuring that you have the care you need from the provider that you choose. So that's something Senator Johnson's extremely supportive of. In regards to your concern for abortion funding in this bill and in this reform effort, I just want to be clear that currently the Hyde Amendment, which I'm sure many of you are familiar with, prevents federal funding for abortion services except in very rare cases. And that's something that Senator Johnson is very committed to preserving in this effort on our efforts in the Senate. And so when that Senate bill comes out, that's something that we'll probably speak to more rather than what's going on the House side. They have very different processes for creating bills. And right now, we're slowing things down in the Senate. We're working in a bipartisan fashion on the Senate Finance Committee to address some of those issues with Medicare, some tax provisions, some ways to pay for this. And so those are the difficult decisions that are being made right now. So when that bill is finalized, I think I'll be able to answer more of those yes, no.
So I think I'm hearing you saying that Senator Johnson will not answer a checklist on that bill.
On the House bill, correct.
Okay, thank you. This side.
The answer is yes. He will support everything that the lady had listed. He will support an amendment that will prohibit abortion using public funds, and he will not support a bill that includes a public option.